No Barriers Here explores advanced care planning for people with learning disabilities. It is co-produced and co-developed, and it uses artist approaches to really have these creative conversations around what people want and what people don't want at the end of life. We actually held the first 2 cohorts of workshops during the UK lockdowns because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We know from previous research that people with learning disabilities are often disadvantaged when trying to access palliative and end-of-life care. It can be due to unidentified health needs. It can often be through a lack of knowledge from healthcare professionals that they may not understand people's needs. It could also be through barriers to communication as well. So No Barriers Here looked at how we could take advanced care planning conversations away from a medicalised environment, and we wanted to let people know that it's okay to talk about death and dying, that it's okay to plan for the end of life whether you have a learning disability or not.
I think it's very, very important that everybody with autism and learning disabilities have their own decisions about what they want and how they want their later life care to be, because at the end of the day it's their lives, it's their wishes, it's their choice, it's their right, and it's very important that they are all met. And I wanted really, I suppose, to get my voice heard, so that's why I decided to join up and just see what difference I could make, I guess, to people's lives really. Sometimes creative workshops are a good way of communicating, and sometimes people are not always comfortable with talking, so sometimes drawing things and just making things, sometimes it's another good way of interacting and sometimes expressing your feelings and emotions if you're not too comfortable with talking to people face to face. I certainly find it's easier to talk as a group, because after all you are all in the same boat, sort of thing.
So when we think about advanced care planning, there's lots of decisions and things and conversations that you have to have. So what we're going to do is each week we're going to sort of tackle a different part of this. We're all going to create a kind of like an advanced care plan, and people have really personal, individual ideas about what's important. And if we share them, they're much more likely to happen. So if we talk to people around us, we're much more likely to get the care that we'd like, if possible.
My sister's important to me. And then I've got DVC who I can talk to, and I've got my sport workers who I can talk to as well.
My son is important to me, Jamie, and my other son is important to me, Simon.
I've got friends on there, even though I haven't got many, and I've got some family members because I don't talk to all of them.
A sport worker and Mrs. Deere. They're important to me at the minute. I'm important to me.
But obviously independence is very, very important, and I'd like to try and maintain as much of that as I can.
I used to live in the countryside years ago.
Yeah.
I like the countryside.
So if you were kind of poorly and coming towards the end of your life, would it be important to be able to be taken outside if you couldn't take yourself outside?
Yep.
If I get sick and I'm dying, I still want to do all the things I'm doing now. So I want to go shopping in my wheelchair.
I would like to be at home with all my family.
I want to die in my own bed, and whether I want anybody around me, I don't know. I haven't decided on that. Yeah, I don't quite fancy a hospital bed.
Yeah, I want to be cremated.
You said about the curtains closed.
You want them to be closed when the coffin goes down or in?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
A rainbow coffin.
Okay.
A rainbow hearse.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know what that is. That is the LGBT flag.
Well, hopefully, obviously, being helpful and kind with others. I want them to remember me by sometimes when I'm at work, they said I don't know what we do without you.
And then I speak up at DVC.
So you've been as an advocate.
And I like to be remembered of all the doctors and nurses that we've trained, 255 of them.
I think it's made me accept it more, because I think I've learned to accept that it's going to happen one day.
I've never done this before, but it's really good.
It's really great, I think, how, you know, we can share things and feel safe to do that.
It's quite hard, you know, getting to know what you actually want when you die. You know, it's not something that you think about at the start. Then, like when you're doing things, you actually think about it. This is important to me. This is what I want. You know, it's not all about, you know, about me dying. It's about what I want in life.